What's up? Thank you
What's
for
up?
coming through.
Yes, sir. You know it.
All right, so y'all that have listened to an episode or two, y'all know that Booney was my original episode, but I'm going to have to give y'all a disclaimer. Let me let y'all know what happened. Booney has been my boy for so long, I cursed way too much.
Yeah, we was just in the comfort zone.
I was in the comfort zone. No, Bobby, you was cool.
We was, but still, it was like we was like, this wasn't here. We was just having a conversation.
That's exactly how that.
That's what it led to.
See, this is what y'all gotta understand. When me and Bobby first started driving, it was me, you, and Alan, and we started at the sweet spot where we didn't have to drive every day. We would drive like maybe
two, maybe three days out the week. So depending on who made it to the building first, when we seen the other one walk in, right, we would stop you like, no, you don't even need to go to the office. Come on, dog. You on extras too, right? So 3-4 days a week, dog, we would be at your house. It's that we was the morning crew. It was me, you, and Alan, and then later on, Taurus became part of the group. Yeah, but at first it was just us three, dog. Three just chilling. Like, hey, what we about to do?
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead, pull up, get a beer, chill. You know, shoot the shit.
So me and him was on that type of time for episode 1, and I couldn't release that. It was too much sauce on there.
Yeah.
So, but my boy came back. All right. And I appreciate him coming back so we can do this properly for y'all this time. All right?
Yes, sir.
So let's start it off, man. So how did you become a UPS driver?
Oh, the OG, shout out OG Marvin Henderson. He was my peak season driver 2 years before. I started 2008 with him, and I did it 2 years. They never hired me on, but I was always trying. I used to work out in Levi Strauss. Levi's, most horrible thing ever. But I ended up seeing Marvin on the way going out there, and he was going to California. He was like, man, you put the app in? I was like, nah. I put it in like that night, and I'll tell you, the next couple of days, I got a call back to do 3 interviews, actually, with Janelle.
I remember Janelle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Out there at the South Building. Then I started like my orientation out there, and then they shipped me over to the North Building, the old North. Well, yeah, the old North Building.
The OG, North. Yeah, the OG North.
Yeah,
the OG North.
We the new North. But
man, I still consider myself OG Red Rock too.
Yeah. I mean, you can never let that go because that was one of our like prime times where we used to start. You know, you see yourself on the extras. It's hot out time.
Yeah,
you ain't even trying to see a driver that you know route.
Hey,
as soon as he see you ain't got a board, he's like, oh,
yeah. You know what's crazy now? Like, well, now that you say that, so now when I be in the building, right, and I see all the extras, and they just be like right out front,
just chilling.
Like, bro, you better go hide somewhere. You got to go disappear if you ain't trying to do nothing. You better be hard to find, get little. And they just like, nah, hey, I'm here, I'm ready. I'm like, all right, y'all on a new type of time right now.
A new time, because in our time we was trying to hide, especially on a bad day. We know this person got a bad day. We already looked at their truck like, nah. We already know. It's many times, I ain't gonna lie. Larry, boy, oh my God. Back in the day, being extras, sitting on the side, it wasn't like everybody about to go home. It was whatever's extra sitting around, whoever late night suit, that's who they gonna choose to stay around and do the bull.
Right.
And Larry Bradley always chose me. I swear, it was never, oh, I got more sitting. No, it wasn't none of that. Bobby, you working. Like, dude, it's like 3-4 other people under me right here. How you just gonna choose me? You asked everybody who wanna work. So nobody say nothing, now you want to choose? That's what I'm saying. Back in the day with this, now it's just like who can do the route, who we think can do the route without crashing.
Well,
taking the titty out their mouth.
See,
come on.
See what happened? Like I was telling Beck, because we started at a time where it was competitive. And because it was competitive when you started, it made you have to be a good driver.
Yeah.
So once they figure it out and they like, oh no, he good at this.
Yeah.
We about to just use whoever's better. We don't fuck whatever seniority we talking about right now because you good, dog. Hey, let me get you.
That's who we use.
I remember I blew up on Daniel one time, right? Because
I have to. I mean, we have all our moments with all of them.
So I'm out there in the relaxed section, right? Mm-hmm. And Daniel come out there because I was the one, like how you said, Larry used to get you all the time. Daniel used to get me all the time. And Daniel come out there, hey, J.Love, I need you. I'm like, listen, no. I done had enough. No, dog. Listen, you got him, dog. I've been here for a minute. You got to get all these super new dudes. I know I'm new still, but these are super new dudes. And I had me.
You had to throw that card.
I had to throw a fit, dog. Like, nah, bro. You know, I just about to abuse you.
It ain't even about throwing a fit, man. It's seniority. Go down the list. You know the seniority. That's like one time with me and the homie Q at our building. It's me and him on extras, and instead of them knowing like the seniority, they made us choose. Why you gonna make us go against each other when you could have just chosen? That would have been it. Mm-hmm. You about to make because you know what you got to do, right? Because it happens all the time. Like Christian was just mad at me the other day, right? Because Christian's my boy, right? Mm-hmm. But Christian's like, hey, dog, I got the day off. I'm trying to go do something. Bro, listen, I've been rocking with you for like 6 years. But, bro, I don't care. I got you beat by like 8 years, dog. Yeah, it's one of my days that I really need.
I got you beat by like 8 years, dog. There's nothing I can do about it, man. It don't mean I feel any type of way about you. But, no. I win, dog. Like I just win.
The Soups, they know. They know what they doing.
I believe that.
But shout out my boy Q. It was all love.
Yeah, it's all love now. It's just it be in the moments.
Yeah,
I'm like, listen, bro.
You already because when you got that mode that you go and look and be like, oh yeah, got the day off. I'm smooth. I'm chilling. Then they come and just be creeping, or you get that phone call and be like, bubble guts all back over again. Like, man, what they about to make me do?
I just make my doodle go away, and now y'all just want to bring it right back.
It just was so good seeing extra, my name on the extra. Mm-hmm. That's what I miss. I miss Steve Olsen.
Yeah,
he used to call a player like every two times out of the week. Like, you want today? Mm-hmm. I ain't got that call since he retired.
Man, I ain't even think about that till you just said it. Because I used to wake up with a text message, hey, you trying to work today or not?
And some days I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
A lot of the days.
But he's still every week, 2 days, probably 1 day, probably like, Steve trained me. Shout out Steve, man. I miss you, Steve. Come back.
That's one of my goals for this show is one day to like have Steve listen to so many episodes and be like, yeah, J.Love, I'm gonna come fuck with you and just come hop on here. That'll be dope. Steve, if you listen to this, man, come holla at me, man. Come holla at me, Steve. Everybody would love to hear about you.
I want to pull up to that one.
To hear from you and see how you doing in this lovely retirement, man, because we all miss you.
Yeah.
All right, but back to the regular scheduled program. Mm-hmm. So how long you been driving?
8 going on 9 years. Yeah. 8 going on 9 years. If you want to count that time I was doing, what was that?
The Gator?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gonna count the Gator,
oh my
bro.
God, then we gonna say 9 going on 10. Cause man, that was like one of the worst. That was like a real sorority like thing I had to go through. Cause it was one day
like a hazing,
bro. It was one day. I was in Summerlin and it was started raining. It was cold. This peak season. It was cold. It was shout out to Sean and Hudson. Her Hudson pulled up on me in an empty brown truck. I'm in a Gator. Shivering. I'm talking about got probably like 20 stops left on there. I'm looking at them like, bruh, y'all can't observe me. Can y'all just throw these in the back of there and I run them off? Just let me. Nah, they pulled off on me. But it was initiation. I had to go through it to see what I was worth.
No, Lil G, we just gonna let you get rained on. Just go ahead, dog. Just you almost done. Man.
Hey, we been through it. Get it done, youngster.
Man,
that I did though.
Okay, so you did mention. So before driving, you mentioned Levi's. So that was your job before? Is that,
yeah.
So what did you see yourself wanting to do before?
Levi's?
No, before you even thought about being a UPS driver. I'm assuming that this wasn't like a...
No, I wanted to be a barber. I wanted to go to barber school. Can you
fade somebody up now, though?
Yeah, I mean, I fade my kids up all the time. But when I want them to have that sharp, you know, I gotta have the professional do that. But I could line them up, get them right, and get them that little taper, that nice little bottom taper.
Okay.
Get them right. But when I wanted, you know, them to look, you know, sharp.
When they hit them with the razor, you gotta go.
I gotta go to the
drop
sharpshooter.
Okay.
Shout out my boy Jaquante. Yeah.
All right. So since we talking about, you know, you brought up, you know, cutting your kids' hair and all of that. So how does your family feel about what you do? How your kids feel? Your wife? How do your parents feel about what you do for a living?
My daddy, you know, he like really one that pitched the deal about UPS. That's why when I went jumping with Marvin, it was all through my daddy and his homeboy Renard, OG Renard. He used to work here too. He was a driver. I know all the OGs know him, but that's who initially got me in the first time, and then like the second time got all the way in was Marvin Henderson. But before that, I wasn't looking to be. I always wanted to be a garbage truck driver. You know, the one on the back.
Public services,
you know,
yeah.
Getting out, throwing the trash cans,
That's
jumping
crazy.
right back on top.
I don't know if you remember the show. It used to be on the WB. It was called Rock, and it was about this black dude, and he was so proud to be a garbage man. And he used to have a speech in the show every time, like, I'm a garbage man. This is what I do, right? And it's definitely something I thought about, too, when I was younger. Just as that was some shit I seen on TV. Well, he was a successful black man. He just picking up trash and shit.
Yeah, getting paid, though.
Yeah.
I always knew garbage men. I never knew UPS men until I got, to my teenage years when I met Damone.
Okay, yeah.
Damone. Mm-hmm. He used to do my route and stay over there by my house on Hammer. And when I met him, I was always acting, man, give me hired on. And I remember on Facebook, I had commented on P. Wall. Shout out P. Wall. I was commenting on his El Camino that was, UPS.
Yeah, the UPS El Camino, yep.
And he was like, what can Brown do for you? And I was like, give me a damn job. And then after that, I swear, I got hired on. Like, I'm not saying it was just a funny coincidence that I commented on that thing, and now look.
Right.
That's 14 years later.
That's got to be crazy for Damone, too, right? To have been, like, delivering in the neighborhood, seeing this little knucklehead in the streets and
all
shit.
All the time.
And then
he remind me all the time. When I used to get out of school and see him and be waving and be like, what's up? And he still do that little...
Yeah.
Get a little nod.
Hey, man, that's so cool, dog. He do the same shit to me every time you see me.
I learned I had to help. I had to... That's like I said, when you was an extra and you going to do both stop, this, pick this up from this person, somebody could drop that route. And if they drop that route, who they coming to? They not coming to themselves. They gonna call you and be like, "Hey, change the plans. Come back to the building, and there's gonna be a route sitting right there for you, ready." Those are times that I remember.
Listen, I'm trying to forget all them times.
No, you can't forget. You can't forget where you came from.
I want them to go away, Bobby. I don't want to remember that no more.
I do. I want to remember the bad times to get to the good times.
We in the good times now. Fuck them bad times. Let them go away.
That's what made us them bad times. Like these drivers now that just started, like they would never go through them bad times. Coming in, it was never a time in peak season when you came in and your truck was loaded. Back in our days, Getting out on our building now and getting out at the north building, nope.
That is an interesting point of observation to even now, regular, like when it's not peak season, to come in a building and the truck is loaded. What is that? What you mean?
What is that?
I don't gotta put.
What is that?
The last 2 shelves in here by myself. What?
I ain't gonna lie, I still do, but
that's just because you stuck in your ways.
It's better for me to see where I put everything than to go and be surprised, be like, dang, it's done put this thing back here, and I've been looking for this the whole day.
Surprise.
I had a 2,000 in the 6,000, the end of the 6,000.
Listen, surprise me.
A business.
I'm not touching the truck, bruh, until it say PCM over. And then with PCM over, I'll then I'm gonna even go see what it look like. I don't even want to know what it look like.
See, and that point, that's when you just like forget it. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. But if it's a day where you need to get off, I'm going in there and making sure, double checking.
I'm gonna just turn the boosters on. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get out there. My first 2 hours, I'm about to be DJ Holmesworth.
See, everybody knows
it's getting off the truck now.
Everybody know when I'm on the 100 from the start of the door to leaving the door.
When you walk in the building in the morning?
When I walk in and when I leave, I'm on 100. That's what it be all day. That's the motivation. You can't let this job get you down because it'll get to you real fast. Go in there looking and be like, oh my God, what I'm gonna do with all these bodies? Like I don't even know where to start. You can't think that way,
and that's why, because I know that's a pitfall that happens. So that's why I don't even want to see until it's actually time to start doing work. As far as I'm concerned, in my mind, it's a great day. It's not going to be a bad day until it needs to be a bad day.
But I'd rather go in there because these loaders nowadays, they won't put nothing underneath but a stack out the middle, which I don't understand. They do the truck for a month straight and still do the same thing. It's like, dude, you know this truck. You know this truck get nothing but RDR. Put them on both sides. You don't have nothing on either side. Bring the big stuff that need to go in. You know, everything that's going to be back there is RDR. I'm saying for my route, I'm saying my route point, period.
It sounds like you need to buy this loader some McDonald's breakfast in the morning.
I was giving this loader $20 a week.
Oh no, you got to beat him up then. If you tipping him and feeding him, and
he ain't got a tip in like a month. Like I'm like, why am I tipping you to do something when I come in here and gotta rearrange and throw out missed loads?
See, you a good driver. I'm trying to think about how many tips I actually gave out.
See,
minimal.
See, and he's still a good loader. It's just I think they, you've been in the building loading. They frustrate you. They get you to that point where you in a groove, and then next thing you know, they like, oh, you catch you, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Now I am. Go in there with all the packages and just throw them down.
Just frisbee them motherfuckers everywhere. Yeah, I get it.
But this loader, I gotta, just like you said, I gotta train him right, because he said he want to be a driver, and we gonna see.
All right, that makes sense. So I do want to know, because that's why I like talking to you, because I'll bring something up and then we just start talking about something else completely. Yeah. So I did want to get to, how do your kids feel about what you do?
Oh, they love it. My oldest son, he 9. He say he want to be a UPS driver. But I be like, study your life. Like, you got so much time. Daddy here. Daddy been here 14 years. I'm not going nowhere. Like, I'm gonna keep this thing going. God bless me. But at the same time, there's many other unstressful things out there that you could be doing, making money-wise. And that goes in another thing of me doing what I need to do here to make sure their future is set for them. Because I don't know how everybody else grew up, but I didn't grow up with this and this taught to me about, like, financial things like credit and we didn't know what credit was. We just
had to figure it out on the mom.
As soon as we got it, we like, shoot, I'm going to get a phone. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that. Sidekick slide. That was my era. Getting phones and doing dumb stuff, not knowing what credit was.
You made it just sound so old, Jay. You said the slide, bro.
Boy,
I had that D Wade on them.
D Wade, that tan. What was it? Tan.
It was tan and white. I thought I was killing them with the D Wade, bro.
Had a little Wayne little thing. Every time you flip it, playing that little Wayne mixtape.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Oh, MySpace. Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, D Wade. That's when I was on the AIM. That's when I was
MySpace,
bro.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. So, is there anybody in your family that relates to what you do for a living? Is there anybody else that works like real long hours?
No, I can't say. I mean, not long hours because everybody that I know, they don't have to do overtime sometimes like we have to do. Mm-hmm. So it's 8 hours they work or whatever it is, 6 hours. They work what they work, and if they don't need to be needed no more, they booting them off the clock. They don't. You can't even compare our job. Our job, you got to compare it to more like public service people like out there in the field that gotta be out there.
Right. That's a lot.
Instead of doing straight 8. We can't do straight 8 hours, and if we got 50 stops left, we can hand it off to the next person.
Right.
You know how great that'd be?
I mean, unless you got to request 8 2 times a month.
I mean, yeah.
That's
another task I got to go on to. Like, I'm bad on trying to sign my name for EAMs. Request 8. I say every week, I'm going to request 8 this day.
I'll do that same
Go
shit.
in there and
I ain't had a request 8.
go right past it.
Justin, you use your request 8s? No, you don't use yours neither?
I don't use none.
I don't either. I'm bad at that.
I'm very bad. I forgot we could even do that until you just said something.
We got request 8s. We got request offs.
I don't. And my request offs be texting them in the morning like, I need to be on the extras.
Yep.
And hopefully it's a day where it's light and they could put me on extras. Usually be a Friday.
Hey, I'll be having it so bad. Listen, at least 3 times a week, I'll wake up before I even get out the bed. Hey, extras. Just and it ain't 100% guaranteed.
5:30.
But yeah, because you be doing EAM, so you be up early.
Yeah,
you be out.
It'd be hard. It'd be hard to say no when they call in for that EAMs because you think about it. You on there 7. By 12 o'clock, you 5 hours in. By 3 o'clock, you overtime. And I don't know if my route, I got pickups starting at 3. My pickups ain't done until about 4. Get back to the building about 4:30, probably 5. Clocking out. That's some good time. And if they got me on a messed up day and I go back out and come back in at 7 o'clock, that's 12 hours. It's still light outside.
Right.
I still get to see.
I will say, shout out to everybody who do EAMs because J.Love ain't getting up at 5 in the morning. Kiss my ass.
Hey, it's lovely.
Listen, it works for you, my brother.
It don't even. It works, but it don't work because I totaled my other car, so we working off of one car right now, and school came back, so it's really kind of hard now than it was 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
it was easy, but now it's like
Now she got to get up.
Yeah,
now she got to get up.
My daughter in the 9th grade, she go to the bus stop 6:20. Now I got to rush down here. My 2 other boys go to elementary. They got to be there 7:25, way back over there by my house. So it's like if I do it, I got to be already ready.
At 5 o'clock.
Up 4 o'clock, thinking about them texting me.
Not for me.
I still get up 5 o'clock in the morning. Period, though.
You gonna listen? More power to you. That ain't for me.
Like my boy Wayne said, I sleep when I die.
Okay. All right. So moving on. So what would you say are some of the challenges that you face with this job? In my previous episode with Justin, y'all know I got a real disdain for furniture.
Christmas time, period.
So just peak season?
It's like a lot of things that you could do. Like I seen on Facebook, I was strolling down and seen cabins in Colorado. If we want to do stuff like that, we got to do it in January. We can't do it around Christmas time unless we go to Mount Charleston or something. And then again, we going to have to get off late nights and drive that way to our family. It's never a relaxed time around that time. And I mean, I wish it was a better way of us having more time. It was, you know what? I'm gonna take that back because it is better than what it was when we was rookies over at Red Rock. Wasn't no getting off 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, not even 9.
Right, that is a change that's happened. That is
10, 11, all the time. But now, I mean, like last year, I was getting off 7:30. Cool. So it is getting better. Time is still like that 6 days. You don't have a day to chill. We might do this year because I think, what was Christmas on last year? A Saturday or a Friday?
No, I don't remember.
A Friday or a Saturday. Well, whatever it is this week is still on the weekend. So we would have like more time with the family around that time. But I wish it was more time than what it is now.
Right. And even though I'm 30-something, I do enjoy the Christmas time. I like to.
I love it.
I like to watch. I love Christmas so much. I just watched Home Alone 1 and 2 this week. I just watched The Grinch.
It could never get old.
The OG Jim Carrey one and the one with Pharrell.
Yeah.
I just watched both of them. I am a Christmas time ass dude.
Low key, that's my favorite movie, The Grinch.
The Jim Carrey one, though, right?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it was like you always wanted to live in that town, like
like you wanted to be a Who. We would have been the only black Who's.
Man,
I didn't want to be a Who, dog. You ain't lying.
I always wanted to grow up in Whoville. I ain't gonna lie, I'd have stayed at the Grinch house. Like, bruh, this dude is lit up here. He got his own little mountain with all the little slides. Man, I'd have stayed going down the slide, back up the mountain, like talking about messing with the Grinch. I'd have been number one prospect for that.
Hey, dog, who we robbing? Who house we going in? I'm with you.
House.
I'm with you.
I'm with you. You want to steal Christmas? Shoot. I've been rocking with you this long, messing with you. Let me go ahead and slide with you. But nah, I always wanted like a town like that. It was always a wonderful feeling thinking it was like that.
Yeah, and that, that's very valid because once peak season get here, that is, for whatever reason, once the holidays get here, you just naturally want to be with your people. And this job specifically does take away from time with your family during the holidays. $10.
It might, I mean, it's a good and bad thing.
Holiday checks,
because
fabulous.
That Thanksgiving week, oh my,
them be fabulous checks.
Oh my, bro. And then this year, I don't know who all topped out, but man, I got vacation that week, and I don't even think I'm gonna take a vacation.
Listen,
I think I'm gonna come in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we off Thursday, and I ain't coming in Friday just to get paid.
Listen. I'm getting all the dollars during holiday season. That's how since I started this job, even when I wasn't topped out, like just because you about to work, so if you could just like stack up like a whole month of just 60-hour weeks. Oh my God, I don't know about you, but since I've been driving at Christmas time, been the greatest time of the year, dog.
Lovely.
And I was like, I'll be tired of shit Christmas morning, but when you got hundreds of presents just on the floor, and you got a real Christmas tree. It's tremendous.
That's why I say it's a give and a take. You there, but you ain't there. You out there making that for that moment.
Right.
I wish it was more moments where we could be there and enjoying the moments.
Yeah, that's one of them. It's fucked up sacrifice, but it's one of the sacrifices.
But it's a lovely sacrifice because you're making that money for your kids.
Your kids enjoy the shit out.
Hell
of it. My son, dog, he love Christmas time. He love any time where he know you're supposed to get some type of present.
Yeah.
Anytime you're supposed to get some type of present, oh dog, I know the present's about to be wild during present time.
Man.
So.
And these kids nowadays, they're not like what we were. They want iPhones and different expensive gifts that we knew like it was
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Like,
Don't even
no.
ask for this.
Please. That's like going in the grocery store. Like, when we get in here, don't ask for nothing. Christmas was a real gift. These kids nowadays pick their gifts.
Yeah.
We got to, give them an idea of what we wanted. But nowadays, these kids make lists. We just get the whole list.
Yeah. Oh, you one of them daddies. I'm going to knock the whole list out for y'all.
Not the whole list, because my kids, my 5-year-old son wanted a money gun, which his auntie got him. 5-year-old wanted a money gun.
He wanted the money gun, bro?
Money gun. He he been here before. Like, I swear. He 5 going on 55. I'm telling you. He's advanced. But these kids, whatever they want, that's what they get.
Oh, shit. Well, let me work through some of these questions, bro. I don't only ask you 2 questions so far. Hey, people, this is what I mean, though.
See, yeah. See, we get comfortable. It's like our own conversation.
So what can you say, or some of the positive things as a result of you having this job, doing this job?
There's a lot of positive things. Like, just recently, like, it's a good feeling knowing that you could take care of your kids in so many different ways. Like, my son wanted and needed braces, and I just got him that. And you know how much braces is nowadays.
Expensive as shit.
He ain't had them not even a month. Only $500. Out of what the insurance paid, that's the give and take of this job. You know you're going to have good benefits. 401k. The T-shirt I got on, shout out Teamster 631. They do a lot for us on and off.
Right.
So it's always a good thing being a driver. You just going to have them days. And you got to just learn to let them days just flow past. Because it's always going to be better days.
Right. All right. For sure. I mean, if I had to think about it, like, what's a positive thing I could think about is really everything that you said is a positive. But what hit me was during the whole pandemic, right? The whole idea kind of recently just sat in of being I don't even want to say essential, but just being being in a job where it ain't going nowhere. Like having a job that's super needed.
I was just saying the other day, like we turned into a lot of businesses. Like we deliver tires to houses. We deliver luggages to houses. People clothes. People furniture, brand new furniture. We Ashley's, we Walker furniture. We all them in one dough. There's one driver doing this. This is not like Renter Center bringing 2 people to pull in a refrigerator or anything like that. It's not that. If we get a refrigerator, it's you as a driver yourself to deliver that. 3rd floor, 2nd floor, it really doesn't matter.
And y'all got to think about what y'all doing, man. We all live on 3rd floors and y'all ordering heavy appliances.
Boy,
bro.
When that pandemic hit,
y'all be making people want to kick you in the teeth.
I swear.
God.
Everybody on the 3rd floor went to the gym. Like, bro, I know your neighbors hate you. Like, you got to deadlift one day. Like, you around here hitting the floor the whole time. Like, bruh, I know you're not getting up 6 o'clock in the morning and going to work out, and I'm trying to relax, and I got another 2 hours to be at work.
Can you imagine, though, you got a dude on the 3rd floor or on the 2nd floor, and you on a floor underneath somebody doing deadlifts? Shut up! You get that broomstick. Hey, no, I'm about to have to come see you. Man. Stop lifting these weights.
It was a time when I first got my route. Torres was training somebody right next to me, and it was just me. So this dude had I'd say about 8 plates, 45s, 25s, 35s, all to the 3rd floor. I called Torres where you at? I know you right down the street. Can you come help me pull these in, right? Pull these up here. So he come and help me. We go to the building. This is when I first got my route, so I didn't know the building numbers was so messed up. We walk up to the floor. It's the wrong building.
It's terrible. That's a terrible feeling, dog.
I still feel bad. I like every day I'll be like, Torres, you remember? Hey, you remember every time we like bringing up stories, I always bring that one up to Torres, and Torres is like, man, I ain't never coming to help you no more. Like, bruh, my bad. Players mess up. Shout out Torres, man, for coming to help me that day, boy, because if I had to do that myself, me and that customer would have had it.
I bet.
And it's another customer in there in that same exact apartment get Fiji waters.
I hate,
about
bro,
3 or 4
bro.
boxes,
People that be ordering cases of waters, dog, I'd be so upset, man. I'd be like, hey, dog, I was doing this had to been like a month ago, and it was on they take a lot of routes out on Monday.
Yeah.
So I'm covering somebody else's route on a Monday. I think I'm doing Thyman's route. So I come up in there, and I'm like, all right, that number on the computer looks smooth. It's like, all right, you only got $140. I'm like, cool, I'm about to just eat this, go home, right? I come in. That's why I say I don't like walking to the truck to see what it is. So I'm not like mad before I need to be mad. So I just, I break my rule. I just like, all right, I'm just gonna look at the truck.
Everybody need to get that issue early. I need to see it early.
Dude had 88 cases of water, bruh. So first of all, you know what I did? I went in the office like, hey, so somebody gonna take this water out, right? And is gonna deliver this by himself, right? He's just gonna have one of these extras just deliver this water. You think I'm about to just deliver all 88 cases of this water? Ain't nobody that dehydrated. You don't think I'm about to do this, right? It's like, oh, come on, J.Love, I'm having a bad day. Can you please just, bro? I was that dude.
You having a bad day?
I was that dude.
My day went from all right to what the hell?
I was at dude's house for like 45 minutes, just loading up a dolly, and this is what's deceptive. People think that because you got a dolly, you can just put whatever on the dolly. Dolly's got weight limits.
I know we talk about water, but water gets heavy.
Heavy as hell. So I don't know. I made maybe 20 trips, dog. And I'm going slow as shit.
I mean, at that point, you got to. You can't hurt yourself.
I think so. Back earlier when I was telling you, like, hey, whatever the problem is for the day, that's what gets out first. That's what got out first. And I started like what? I didn't deliver like my first real stop for like 45 minutes, an hour into the day. Because after I did that, I was like, I'm tired already. I need to go to the store.
Already tired.
I need to go get supplies.
Refill.
I need a
recovery.
Exactly. I need to recover before I go ahead and get back to doing this shit.
And that's what be killing me about them talking about, oh, you gotta start your break right off the trace. Like, you telling me to get to a cool area. So if I start off my trace right here and go down the street 5 minutes away, I only got another 10 minutes depending on what break I'm taking to cool off. Like, a cool area should be right here in this truck where it's AC. But we already know.
Right. Okay.
The dealings with that.
So you had just mentioned how some of these people that you deliver to, you run into some characters. So what can you say about something that you learned about people or that you learned about yourself while having all these different interactions with all these different people every day?
It's a give and a take, just like every day. Like, we come in and think we're having a bad day. And then, just like, for instance, a month ago, I was doing my route, and this dude would get packages every day, if not every other day. This particular day, I seen the house on fire. It ended up being his house. But I think I got a bad day. Look at his day.
Terrible.
I'm making good money to do this. It's always a give and a take. Like, everybody has their day. Like, it's somebody with a worse day than yours. That's why I come in with the attitude I come in with. I'm happy. Because I could have a bad day of not being able to provide for my kids.
Yep.
To help my kids do what they got to do, my family. Like, I got to take that in consideration. Like, that's why I like the delivering to the different grade of people. Mm-hmm. I got houses where they like almost $500,000. I got houses that's Section 8. I deliver to both of the worlds.
Right.
Everybody had their problems.
Right.
You can't just every day just be like, it's messed up. I can't do this. It's all in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially with us, we get paid good money. I know we can complain about things because there's a lot of things we complain about, but that at the end of the day, just like the OG Al Diamond put in my head a long time, and I say to him every time I see him, "You ain't got to be here if you don't want to." I said every time.
Yeah. That is a smooth ass saying when you really
that's the
think about it.
realest statement ever. You don't have to be here if you don't want to. This is not the Army. They not forcing you to do nothing you don't want to do. You signed up for it. You signed up for it, true enough. But you don't have to be here if you don't want to. It's always a choice. And I make that choice to come in and do this. And I'm going to make the best of it.
Right.
That's why I come in rapping, singing, doing what I do.
I respect it. You come in here singing. Hey, you know what I love? You know what I love when you come in rapping? When you be coming in rapping mystical. Yeah. Because you the only dude you the only dude I know.
He said
that know all the lyrics, all the mystical songs.
Yeah. That was that man back in the day.
On God, he was though. You ain't lying though.
He said, no, they can't fuck with me because I can't fuck with my damn self. You feel me? And everybody got to have that attitude. You got to have that attitude regardless of what you do. I know they can't fuck with me because I can't fuck with my damn self. I don't mean to cuss that much. Hey.
Hey, dog.
Hey.
You good. Okay. So. All right. All right, so I want to ask you. So, do you feel a certain kind of responsibility while doing this job, whether it comes from responsibility while doing the job or responsibility outside of the job?
It's both, because you got a responsibility of, like we all here for it, take care of our kids. And you got another responsibility because, we deliver everything from medicine to people that need stuff. Like my homeboy called me the other day, shout out Q Lever at the other building. Mm-hmm. He called me.
Shout out Q.
He was like, this lady came and was like, oh, it's finally here, was crying about the whole thing, and it ended up being her children in the urn. Mm. It was supposed to be here like, we never know what's in that box. We don't know what's in that box.
Right.
But it could be real special and dear to anybody. We don't know what it, like we could be saving somebody's life. We could be making somebody the most happiest person. Like the kids when they get birthday presents. I done had kids screaming like, it's here. Mommy is here. Like tripping. Like, like it's a give and a take all the way. Like,
what would you say is one thing you see people trip out the most when you deliver? I know for me, it's whenever I deliver one of them gaming computers, it'll be sometimes it's a little kid going nuts, and sometimes it'll be a 40-year-old man tripping out. Like, bro, you just did. You the greatest man alive. I'm like, bro, you 40.
It'd be the old people with
their right now.
It'd be the old people with their pills, but the biggest one to me where you got to be 21 to sign for this is that human hair. When you come to the door with that human hair and they open, they open the door, be like, it's here. I get to get my hair done, my bundle's here. Thank you. Ooh, I've been waiting on you all day. Ooh, I'm about to go get my hair done now. Like, why do you have to be 21 to sign for this?
That I don't know, but I will say, every time I deliver a wig to a lady, she going nuts. She's like, ooh, I'm about to be saucy now.
That hair.
I'm like, oh, you
be so glad
they waiting for this horse to show up.
Boy, they be mad when they miss you. Like, dang.
Man.
Next day, unless they really need it, they'll come pick it up from the building.
That's true.
Man, be like, dang, I had hair yesterday, ain't here today. They must have came and got it. Good. I don't want to sit there again another 5 minutes for her to try to come to the door. I don't want to keep doing this. Like, signature required in CODs in 2022 shouldn't be.
I ain't had no COD.
I got a hair in the smoke shop, a hair place in the smoke shop. So every time they get CODs every 2 weeks, and it's like time consuming. It's like, why y'all like as soon as y'all see it shipped out, y'all should take it out their account. If that's the case,
right?
What is the COD about? Like, why didn't they pay for this when it got shipped out? Why I have to sit here and wait for them? That's why I don't sit and wait no more. I got their number, so as soon as I see it in the truck in the morning, I shoot it to them. But it's still a little hassle about like, clocking out. You got to go on a board, especially these new boards they done spent $1 billion on. You know, you got to learn to figure out like a new phone.
That's something I ain't had to do yet with the new boards. I ain't had to do no COD with
it's
the new boards.
Easy.
You don't have to do that, bet? Yeah.
It's easy, but it's still like a time consuming thing. Like, why are we still doing CODs? Like, it should be already set once the package gets shipped, the money gets slipped.
Right.
I shouldn't have to get a check and be responsible for this check all day. Well, if it's in my pocket and it gets sweaty and everything gets running, now it's on me. Now I got to go back and get this check. No. Hit them with the bill when it gets shipped.
Okay. All right.
End of the day. Hey, it's not the old days. It's 2022. About to be 23.
You know, some people take a little bit more time. Like, you know,
Man.
they take a little bit more time to
They
get
ain't
feature
take time
forward.
to put no camera in there.
That they didn't.
They talk about these boards and you got to put it in the cooler. That camera stay in that dash the whole day. And I bet you that thing don't miss a distraction, period.
Hey, I've been hearing some new stuff about these cameras, dude. That's been
I just do my job. The only time I hear is when I try to drink something.
So she don't ever go off like
No,
and
she
say
don't.
like you distracting and stuff. She don't ever go off, but I'll be hearing like some of the stuff that the camera reports on, and I'm like, dang, they heard about the driver he was 2 feet from the other person's bumper. It showed up 27 times. He wasn't 1 car length when he was in traffic. I'm like,
Did he hit it?
damn, y'all know a
Did he hit it?
lot. That's what I'll be like.
Did everything get delivered on time?
I didn't hit that car though. I may have pulled up a little close. All the boxes came off.
He said, play us fuck up. Everything. I mean, it's hard not to get distracted. We in the field that we shouldn't get distracted, and we need to keep our eyes moving and forward. But what's not moving your eyes? You distracted now. If you're not paying attention to everything, you're distracted.
Nah, true. It's kind of like it is an
It's a give and
oxymoron,
take.
but
Like,
you know.
you can't just tell me, just like them telling, like, having it on the computer, oh, you need to be done at this time. Like, how you know it's going to be a big old pile-up crash where I need to come? You can't give a time limit on anything. I might just like you said, you had all that water. Mm-hmm. You can't give a time limit on
Hey, I'm going to tell you this. Whenever I see I'm in a situation like that, where it's 88 cases of water or it's
Ain't no
12,
time.
13, oh, listen, whatever y'all said go out the window. I officially already gave up for whatever y'all think I was about to go over here and achieve. I don't care about none of that no more.
Bro, I gave that up after my 30 days.
Oh, trying to.
I'm not here to impress nobody. I'm here to make some money.
That's
I'm here
mad interesting. I was talking to Taurus the day before yesterday, and it was Taurus. He was walking around pouting. He was like, man, they keep telling me about my over-allowed. I was like, Taurus, you've been driving, bro, for like 6 years. I'm like, why? Why do you even know what you got beat by? I was like,
don't
listen.
even look at that
I was like, bro.
paper.
I was like, bro, I'm trying to graduate you. So I asked like 3 other drivers that I know that have been here along like us. I was like, hey, when's the last time you looked at your over-allowed? He was like, all of them said the same shit. They was like, bro, it's got to been at least 7, 8 years. I don't know. I can't tell
The
you.
only thing I look at is my time at the end of the day. And when I get in the car, I log right on the UPSs. Make sure my time right. That's all. I mean, that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to beat your routes. I'm not here to... I'm here to get off in time to, enjoy my family, but I'm not going to break my back to do this because I get paid by the hour, not by the package.
Mad true.
I feel sorry for FedEx or whoever get paid like that, but
by the package, that's
I
a
get paid by
bad deal.
I get paid by the hour. I don't get paid to go no faster. Because incentive is good, but you got to be DJ to get incentive. Like good incentive at that.
I'm one of them drivers because you're a good driver when I learned that from Steve Olsen. He was like, if you get an incentive on your check every week, then you doing your job, you're being productive. So as long as I don't care if it's $5, $10, then all right, I did something.
I get incentive. I mean, I beat my route because I know it's my route. Mm-hmm. It ain't like coming in like, oh, I'm on this route. Like, damn. Then the next day you on another route. You on another route.
Right.
When you're on the same route, it's easier to, because you know what you got to look forward to. You know what business you got to do, what apartments you need to get to. If you got a locker box, you need to be Amazon, On Track, all them there.
Right.
As long as you getting stuff off like that, like most times I don't even do my business till 2:00. Why? I do my whole my Walmart. That's down towards the end. Mm-hmm. That's not towards like my last neighborhoods. I do my neighborhoods. The faster you get your neighborhoods off, the faster you get done. That's like doing the X route without business. But by the time you get all your houses done, you like, dang, it's 1:00. Like, I done got this apartments done. I got this neighborhood, this side done. I only got this left. All right, let me hit this business. Hit the business. Now you smooth.
See, good point. That's, back when I was talking to you earlier, that's what I mean when I was saying I don't care about what the computer say. Mm-hmm. It's what do I feel like I need to do first? What is the truck telling me I need to do? Or what do I want to do outside of my life that's telling me how I'm about to run this day? So there'll be times like I was just telling Taurus this again, right? Because he took my old route. Mm-hmm. And I was telling him, I was like, hey, bro, I know it says like you want to like you're in the habit of like doing your business first. But, hey, bro, if you want to get Geechee today and you want to get up out of here, what I would do on the days when I want to get up out of here, all this resi about to go. I'm not touching none of this business till like 2:30, 3:00. Yeah. I'm about to smack all this resi.
Pick-up time where you could just pick up and
just pick up and deliver, where I could just drop off and pick up at the same time.
They don't understand it.
And you would think like, and Taurus my boy, so I'm like,
Taurus, he know.
He know,
that's
but
Uncle Taurus.
He be an old man mode sometimes. We're like, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it too much today. Yeah. But I'll be like, dude, if you want to just use your mind just a little bit, you can make this day way more gravy than you making it.
And that'd be another thing with people saying about my route, because the apartments, they be like, oh, your route is hard. My route is the most easy. It's 2 lights away from the building, for one.
Yeah, you one of them dudes I'll be mad at because it take me 25 minutes to get to my first stop.
As soon as we pass Ann Road, I'm like 1 stop already.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Y'all just not hitting the 215.
By the time it be 10 o'clock, I'm literally delivering my first stop, and you probably done dusted off 15, 20 of them already.
I probably got because I do my locker box by 9:40, and that be about 20 stops.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'll be about like 25 in. Don't let me hit EAMs. I got all my air done. And that's another thing with the air. Being 12 o'clock commit, I hit nothing but business air on low seat. If I don't got business air, I'm not going to hit that whole parking lot. I go to my locker box. After my locker box, go to VA by 10:30. Hit that first one on Rome, knock those apartments out, and now I got to think about the residential air. So now, if I got air in this neighborhood, I'm going to hit that whole neighborhood.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the difference of somebody else doing your route and not knowing your route. Because if you know the route, you can hit the whole neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Come later on, you like, dang, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like the way this board look at it now and be counting down, you used to it counting down more than just, you got this many stops done, you got this many stops done, this many stops done, this many stops done.
Because it fucked me up when the new boards got here, and then you could see the number, this much left, this much left, this much left, instead of having to scroll, this times 8, this times 8, this times 8.
It's hard to stroll through, and you know how they jump you. They have you on the top of the neighborhood and then come out and go around and come do the bottom of it. Nah, I hate that, and it's hard to go through. It's like a phone. You really got to go through and really focus on. It's not the old board. You got to really focus.
Okay.
Old times, boy.
All right.
They going.
Okay, so let me ask you. We've been recording for an hour. I'm on question 4. All right. So
let's go. We're having a good time.
This is fire, dog. This is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
This is exactly what it's supposed to be. This is what I was trying to get y'all audience to understand, that I could talk to Bobby for forever and not even talk about whatever we were supposed to talk about. I could this is my boy for real in real life.
It jumps.
So, okay, so I want to ask you, what would you say is the wildest thing that you've seen while you out here delivering? So, the last time we talked, I told you about the naked dude, right? So, I'm delivering, right, in this neighborhood, right? And I go to the door. Lady opens the door. They shooting porn, right?
Wow.
So, first of all,
I know what neighborhood you talking about.
You just might. So first of all, we can't say the neighborhood.
I'm just saying it's close to the neighborhood you at now. It's down the street.
It's in the neighborhood that I'll be in now.
Yeah.
All right, so the lady opens the door and they shooting porn in there, right? So first of all, I'm amazed. Like, this is a good stop. This is a great surprise, right? So lady comes to the door and then she shimmy out the door real quick, and then she closed the door. And then she hit me with you kind of cute. You ever thought about being in a movie? And I'm like, oh, shit. Well, first of all, lady, in my mind, my porn name is Tremendous Johnson. All right? So I would love to be a part of this movie. That's what my mind telling me, right? But I'm like, well, I talked to her for a little minute and shit, and I ain't gonna lie, I give her an idea, like, I'm interested in shit. Let's be honest, I was for sure interested, right? But, I can't do nothing like that. So I ended up seeing her again and shit. I ended up talking to her like, nah, I can't be a part of this fabulous thing that you got going on right now.
It sounded good, but it sunk in my head like, nah.
But thanks for asking, though. So that's some of the wildest shit I done ever seen. Fucking bitch asked me if I wanted to be a fucking porno star. And
I ain't never encountered on one of those, but it was like one time I was delivering a phone, and I keep headphones in my ear. So I'm walking up the stairs, I'm hearing commotion, and I get to the door and knock on the door. They need a signature. They still in there fighting. Oh boy, open the door. Old girl still rushing at him. He give her the smooth, stiff arm. Talking about like a cartoon character, legs in the air. I didn't even ask for the name. Like, I put anything at that point. I'm just trying to get out of Dodge, just seeing that whole thing. That was like one of the craziest things I ever seen.
I can imagine like a woman just running at a dude full tilt, and he like,
it was like a cartoon. It was a cartoon.
Get up out of here.
That's exactly what it was. And I was like, oh. Turned around. She looked at me. I'm like, you rushed him.
I can't help you, sweetie.
Hey.
Nah, there's nothing I could do about that.
I couldn't help you if I could help you. It's not even it's not even my place.
Man. So did
I don't know what you was doing to this man 5 minutes ago.
Bro, you say, sometimes you got to just mind your business. That ain't no bad thing.
You mind your business, you live longer.
So, have you ever had a situation where you thought, because a lot of times we have, for the most part, it's just good interactions with the customers out here. It's just like, hey, here's your stuff, have a good day. Boom, maybe they use some water or something. Oh, thank you, cool. And then you go about your day.
Right.
Excuse me. You ever had a situation where you thought you was about to have to put your hands on a customer, or just like a random person out there while you was out there?
You get a lot of those, but you gotta remember what you're doing. Some people take you out of that stage of you being the driver because they see that brown, so they thinking, oh, he got to be professional. He's at work. No, when I take this off, when I put this on, I'm still that same man that got to take this off. Like, I'm the same man you are. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I done got into encounters where a man almost followed me back to my truck, and I was about to just take a break, take everything off, take a break. But I had to remind myself, like, that's not, I mean, he mad for his own reasons. I don't know what he mad for. Like, he could be having a, like I said, everybody have their days. Like, your day might be bad, but somebody got it worse.
Right.
You just can't complain. You got to learn to cope with everything and move on.
I feel like the majority of the time where I feel like, bruh, I'm about to have to bust your ass, it be some old man. It don't never usually be like a young able person. It be some dude who's so mad about how his life went, he just want to be off top disrespectful out of this world.
You know,
and I just want to like, hey, old man, like I'm gonna just shake you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just shake you, bro. Like this isn't the World War II days, bro.
No,
this isn't the Civil War days. But if I gotta Martin Luther King your ass, I will go ahead and put my foot off in your ass like Jesse Jackson right now.
I ain't gonna hit you, but don't touch me.
Shit, listen.
I'm gonna let you.
I'll never do it, but the thought definitely be crossing my mind.
It crossed your mind, but hey, that's why I say we gotta really sit and think about what we do, because 1 second could cause you the rest of your lifetime.
Natural.
Just that 1 second, you could have been like, just like, for instance, I had a encounter with some Mexicans. I'm coming in, I'm already in the neighborhood, driving down the street. They got a stop sign coming in. They blow the stop sign, we both hit the brakes. I let them go. I'm like, you tripping. So I go around to my delivery in the cul-de-sac. I come out the cul-de-sac, he almost hit me again. So at this point, I'm just shaking my head like, you tripping. So at this point, I got to turn that way to go out the neighborhood. He get to swerving in front of me and pull over to the side. I'm thinking it's one person in the car. It's 3 of them. So when I pull up to the side, he rolled down the window. He rolling down the window as I'm coming up. So I stopped. He was like, "What's up, fool?" I'm like, "You almost hit me twice. That's what's up." And then they're like, then I hear 3 voices like, so what you saying, fool? I was like, okay. Y'all got that one. Whoa. Pull up out of there. That could have been like, I could have really been like in my old hothead days, like, what's up with all y'all? Like,
scrap all 3 of them. Yeah.
But that could have ended in the result of me getting stabbed, jumped, anything. Like, it's just, we got choices. And that choice right there is probably like the best choice period that I made that week. Mm-hmm. You got to learn to. They might have got ripped off on something. They all mad already at this point. They mad. They probably was going to another fight. We don't know what they was going through. But I'm not gonna let that justify what I got going on with this UPS. It's too much money I got going on to fight with somebody else about almost hitting me.
Right.
At the same time, if it would have been one person, it probably would have been a different story. That's why I say God puts you in different situations. Because that situation, one person, we probably been out there fighting. 3 people? Oh, no, I ain't about to sit here and trip with all 3 of these people. Now I got to watch 3 heads.
Mm-hmm. 3 heads and 6 fists.
Right. One might have a gun. One might have a knife. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to get through neither. I came here for one thing. Deliver these packages and get off and go home.
Right.
Make my money.
Right.
I don't even get paid enough to trip with them.
That's very true. Well, I want to ask you, since you're one of the dudes that I know that has been in a successful relationship the whole time he's been doing his job.
I'm Floyd Mayweather out here when it comes to that. I blocks him. I got the best defense.
You got that
got
shoulder.
The best, yeah,
hit him
got
with that shoulder roll, dog.
That shoulder.
So,
like, why you running? Don't worry about it.
Do you?
You feel me? He's scared. Like, nah, you damn right. I don't want the problems.
No, I get you. I thoroughly understand. But do you feel like this job puts like any type of strain or presents any special challenges with your relationship?
No, because my wife, she already know what it is. She know.
It wasn't like, it couldn't have been like that from jump though.
It's not like that from jumping. Like just like she had a conversation like, you gonna tell me when anybody up there flirting? Like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you, but at the same time, do you want to hear it? Like, she ain't want to hear that. But like I said, I'm Floyd Mayweather out here when it comes to that, because I got better. I think about my family.
Right.
I can't jeopardize 5 minutes over 10 minutes or whatever it is.
Listen, Mrs. Bobby Chatman. Bobby's been my boy for a long time. And a lot of us up there, we sleazy. But Bobby ain't lying. That's why. That's one of the reasons I fuck with you, dude.
I ain't gonna give it to you.
You be 100 all the time. I've been watching you curve shit for. I've been watching you curve shit for 10 years. Sorry, sweetie.
Nah,
let me go ahead and move to the left on you.
Can't do it, man. I got a whole future of kids to think about. I can't let 10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever it's gonna be jeopardize what they future going and have to be.
Right.
Because me jeopardizing that and stuff getting messed up now, they got to adjust to something so different of what they normally seeing. They seeing daddy and mama together. They not going to get used to that.
Right. You one of the rare ones. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I'll give you that, boy. Your defense is on point.
That Floyd, I'm telling you,
shit.
I be out here. Man, at times I be like, I don't even put my glove on like these motherfuckers be tripping. I got to keep the glove out just to keep them off. Like, I got to show them, hey, that's why that thing around there blinging, like, catch your eye real quick. Ping. Oh, you married? Yeah, dog. Keep it moving. Ain't got time and got to go, Miss O. It really shit, though. You're like, man, we all make choices.
Okay. All right.
Just making one of them,
All right.
them deep choices.
All right,
Got to.
So let me ask you. You fucking up my old shit. All right. So where do you see this job taking you in life? Do you see this job as like a springboard to lead you on to do other things, whether that be like start businesses or creating other things? What do you see it? What
got
do you
to
see it doing for you?
Just like I said, you got to live for your kids. And by me starting something off of UPS, that could make their future more better and their kids' future more better. Like, I want to be the grandpa to be able to go pick my grandkids up from school and still be retired and do what I do. Like, that's the whole ultimate future. Whatever comes along with that, I mean, it comes along. But the ultimate future is, right now, too deep in this. It's to finish this off, but to try to grow my money elsewhere. So after this, I got this and I got this to pull on to my children and their children.
Right.
That's the ultimate thing, not for them to have to redo what I did.
Right.
Go from a good job and have to struggle from the bottom up and do all that. No, I want them to already be set and already could dodge the bullshit.
See, and I get it. That's one of the reasons why I do this show. It ain't just for people to get to know the people underneath the uniform.
Yeah, it's money everywhere.
It's also my interpretation of me trying to start something while I'm young, where I can still take big swings for the fences.
I'm here with you, brother.
And see what could come up out of it. 'Cause you never know. That's why you got to just try stuff.
You don't fail until you try.
Very, very.
You got to try to fail. You could fail even worse not trying.
Yep.
Because you never know.
Mm-hmm. That's the biggest failure when people just don't do shit.
Yeah.
1,000%.
I regret not, going along with basketball the way I'm supposed to.
Listen,
know.
I'll be saying, dog, that I don't regret, because I really don't regret it. But one of the things I do think about sometimes, man, is I didn't take the contract to go fucking play in Lithuania to go play pro basketball over there. I turned that shit down.
But
at the last minute.
Everything. God, I believe in God, and God, He sets things up for you. If He don't put too much on you that you can't bury. Mm-hmm. And by you not going there, you didn't. I mean, you probably missed out on like traveling and doing different stuff, but it might could have been more stresses out there than
I already know.
Here.
I already know it would have been terrible being alone like that, being fucking 19 years old, just out there. I don't know. I can't speak none of this language y'all talking.
Yeah,
right
it would
now.
have been a different thing. It would probably been a great experience, but just like you say, we look and see so much out here when we delivering to the point where we are traveling.
Yeah. Hey,
I see different things on the street, in neighborhoods, in houses, everything.
That is an interesting point because since I've been doing this, I done met people from Italy, people from fucking France. I done met people from Germany. I done met people from England. I done met real Africans. I done met people from fucking Panama, people that are fresh from Mexico City. I done met people from pretty much everywhere. So you do get a little bit of the not so much by like actually traveling to the actual place,
right?
But getting to talk to people who are actually from these places.
A lot of places,
yeah, for sure.
I got a lot of people from a lot of places, like because we growing so much out here in Vegas. When I was growing up, it was easy to find somebody that was from here. Now it's like everybody from everywhere just coming out here. And it's making the economy better, but messing it up more because they going out there and selling their land out there, coming out here buying houses,
buying everything,
making everything just shoot up. Now it's like it's hard to. It ain't hard for us, but I'm speaking for because we was never always making this money, so we was down there before,
right?
So for them people that's not making as much money as we're making, which is a blessing, it's hard. It's even harder for them now than it was for us back in the day.
True. That's true. So that makes me have to ask you, so how does it feel knowing that you became a successful person in life?
It feels it's unreal, but every time I look at my check and be like, dang, bro, I make $40+ an hour to knock on the door. UPS, the OG, what's his name? Frank Johnson, OG feeder. He said, "What youngster? What's the easiest thing? What's easier than knocking on the door saying UPS?" Despite the 300, 400 pieces you got in that truck, it's always going to leave, and you always going to make that money. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a time where it's like a lot of people, like my grandma, she said, every time she see me, she say, I wish I could be making that money. My grandma come from the picking cotton days. She said, I wish I could be making that money.
So,
and I think about it every day, like, bruh, you really, you ain't even got a college degree, and you making money like you done got a college degree.
That makes me want to ask you, though, because me and Beck talked about this a little bit. So, how long did it take you to, settle into it, though? Settle into your successful feelings?
It still grows. It's never you can never settle in because it's steady, as long as the union around and helping it grow, it's never going to be the same because you always going to get paid different money. We done came from $23.
We done doubled.
Come on.
Yeah, we done doubled.
We thought we was the shit when we were 23. Like, dang, I get paid $23 an hour. Yeah. Once you topped out, for real?
Yeah.
It's just the whole point because that's keeping your cost of living.
That's $62.50, bruh. OT. That's a different hitter, boy.
That's why that's come to my point. Bro, EAMs. So imagine the homie, twin, Mike Smith. And I call him twin because our birthday the same day. But shout out Mike Smith. He do what, about 12 hours a day, period.
Yeah.
And come in Saturday. I did a whole week of EAMs. Scratch 25. Come on. It's just you gotta have that strive and that push and that goal. Like you can't get comfortable with what you already got. You gotta want more.
I'm with it though. Listen, I'm definitely with the OT. I'm just not with the get up at 5 in the morning OT.
I feel you.
I'm with the listen. I'm gonna just stay out here till 7:30, 8 o'clock OT. That's the OT I'm about. That's what I go get faithfully. I'm gonna just be out here. All right. Well, in the nighttime.
That puts you in the mind of being a D-boy. Like, he ain't got no choice but to do that because 8 hours might not be 8 hours for him. So, for in the mind of like Mike Smith, he probably want a lot more. He probably got it all already. He just know when it's time for him to stop. Like that man said, I said for his children, his grandchildren, his grandchildren's children. He probably got so much to offer to all of them. It's just all about thinking about the future, thinking about everything else, not just thinking about what you could do for yourself. You got to think about what you could do for your future and your future, because you're not always going to be here.
Makes sense.
But you don't want your family to go through the things you had to go through just to get there. That's the whole blessing part about making so much money in this business. You got to make it work for yourself too, and for your kids.
Right.
Because they give out so many good benefits.
Well, I think that's good, strong words of wisdom, dog, to end off on. So, everybody, thank you for listening. Booney, I appreciate you coming back. And this one we can let the people hear.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, everybody, thanks again for listening. We'll get back with y'all soon.
Be back.